What's going on with the iPads? This summer breezed by, and with the fall coming up, we're in for a huge surprise. And no, I'm not talking pumpkin spice lattes. New iPads are rumored to be coming out this fall. So let's talk about Apple's upcoming iPad lineup going forward and what the latest leaks and rumors are suggesting about an iPad mini Pro. Starting with the 11th gen iPad. Apple is all but confirmed to release an 11th gen iPad that is set to replace the 10th gen iPad that is aging and was released in 2022. The 11th gen iPad is going to be the base model iPad that is more geared towards those on a budget, like students or anybody buying an iPad for a child, for example. And let's talk about the design of the 11th gen iPad. According to the latest leaks and rumors, the iPad 11th gen will pretty much be identical to the current 10th gen iPad, meaning it'll have a modern look with USB-C. And for all intents and purposes, it'll be exactly like the 10th gen that we had before. We do have to remember that that was a major refresh of the design, so Apple is not going to be too keen on changing up the look so quickly. Moving on to the display of the 11th gen iPad. This iPad will come in with a 10.9 inch display. Apple will not be calling it an 11 inch. It will be 10.9 inches. It'll also not have 120 Hz and it'll be a non-laminated display, meaning that if you were to tap on it, it'd feel a little bit more hollow. There are different layers under the display. We're going to see support for the Apple Pencil 1 and also the USB-C Apple Pencil that Apple released not too long ago. It will not support the new Pencil Pro that just came out. In terms of power, the 11th gen iPad is looking to feature the A16 chip, which is the same chip as the iPhone 15 and iPhone 14 Pro. It's not going to be the latest, but for doing things like taking notes, watching content on YouTube, or even checking your emails, you're not going to need the latest and greatest chip. This thing is still going to feel, for all intents and purposes, the exact same in terms of speed as any other devices. It does make me wonder though, if Apple is sticking with the A16 chip, does that mean that it won't have AI features? I think that it won't. The newer iPhones are supposed to feature a newer chip in order to support AI. These current chips will not support it. That kind of means that this new iPad will not be able to support it, which kind of sucks, but you get what you pay for. Moving on to the iPad mini. Rumors are swirling saying that there will be an iPad mini Pro. Now, I don't know if it's going to be called the iPad mini Pro or the Pro iPad mini. Apple will have to figure that out. One thing for certain is that any kind of Pro iPad that you were probably thinking is going to come out is not going to come out in this year. They are going to be doing a slight upgrade to the current iPad mini 6. Let's talk about the display. The upcoming mini will feature the same iPad display size coming in at 8.3 inches. However, it will be an LCD display and not the tandem OLED displays. That is kind of a bummer because that kind of display in such a small and compact portable device will make this the ultimate tablet. The good news is that according to the latest leaks and rumors, Apple will eventually be putting the OLED display on the iPad Air and the iPad mini 6 in 2026. Rumors are also suggesting that at that time, Apple will bump the display size up to 8.7 inches. As for the current ones that are coming out this year, those iPad minis will still have a 60 Hz display because for some reason Apple loves 60 Hz. Moving on to the chip, the iPad mini coming out this year will skip on any of the M series chips. And a lot of people might be sad to hear that, but I think it kind of makes sense. Considering how small these iPads are, putting in such a OP chip inside will not allow it to dissipate heat good enough and will probably reduce the 10-hour battery life that we're used to. Leaks and rumors are suggesting that instead Apple will put in an A17 chip, which is the same chip used in the iPhone 15 Pro. The newest iPad mini coming out this year will look exactly like the previous generation, the iPad mini 6. Anyways, that kind of wraps up my video. What iPad are you looking forward to in the fall? Are you going to buy the new iPad mini or are you going to wait for a Pro version? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. While you're there, give the video a thumbs up and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.